Hello friends, welcome to Doubt Forum. The question is, consider a drop of rainwater having mass 1 gram falling from a height 1 kilometer. It hits the ground with a speed of 50 meter per second. Take g constant with the value of 10 meter per second square. The work done by the gravitational force and the resistive force of air we are asked to find. So first of all, let's find the work done by the gravitational force. So in the question it is given that suppose this is a water drop. The mass of this water drop is given as 1 gram. If we convert this mass into kilogram, it will become 1 by 1000 kilogram. The height from the surface of earth is given as 1 kilometer. So this is the height 1 kilometer. The force which is acting on this rainwater drop is the gravitational force of earth. So due to this height of 1 kilometer or due to its position, this water droplet will be having certain potential energy. And the formula for potential energy is given by mass acceleration due to gravity times height from the surface of earth. Because the force which is bringing this water drop towards the ground is the gravitational force. So this energy will also be equal to the work done by the gravitational force, because it is the gravitational force of earth which is attracting this water droplet, and thus this gravitational force is reducing its potential energy. When this water drop is at a height of 1 kilometer, it will be having certain potential energy, but when it hits the ground, due to height becomes 0, when it hits the ground, the potential energy of this water droplet will become 0. So the potential energy at an initial height would be also equal to the work done by the gravitational force. So this is the one way of finding the work done by the gravitational force, and this will be equal to the mass of this water droplet is 1 upon 1000 kilogram into the value of g we are asked to take 10, and the height is 1 kilometer, so it is 1000 meter. This 1000 and 1000 gets cancelled. So the work done by the gravitational force is 10 joule. The other way of looking this problem is that we all know that the work done is the force time displacement. This is the formula for work done. The force which will act on this water droplet is the gravitational force, and due to that gravitational force which is acting on this water droplet, there will be an acceleration towards the ground, and we have named that acceleration as the acceleration due to gravity. We have given just a special name of acceleration when the acceleration is due to the gravitational force of earth. So this is the work done. Work done is given by the force time displacement. Now force can be written as mass time acceleration. Here the acceleration is due to the gravitational force, so we can say that it is the g into displacement. The displacement which is taking place in this case is the height h, because this is the initial position of the water droplet and it is coming towards the ground. So total displacement which is covered by this water droplet is its initial height. So that would be h. From here this comes the same formula. So from here we can also find the work done by the gravitational force, which is 1 by 1000 kilogram into 10 into 1000 meter. So from here the work done by the gravitational force is 10 joule. So we can use either of the approach to solve the problem of work done by the gravitational force. Now the second part of the question is, we are also asked to find the work done by the resistive force of air. We know when this water droplet is coming towards the ground, the air which is surrounding this water droplet will try to oppose this motion, and it will try a resistance. So it will oppose this motion. So the force or the resistive force of air would be in the upward direction, because it is the frictional force. So the direction of this resistive force of air would be upward, because the motion or the movement of this water droplet is towards the downward. So this would be the direction of resistive force of air. So we are asked to find the work done by this resistive force as well. The thing which is mentioned in the question is that the initial height of this water droplet is 1 kilometer, and due to its initial height, it will have some potential energy which we have just calculated. So it comes out to be 10 joule. Now what happens? This water droplet hits the ground with a speed of 50 meter per second. So 50 meter per second is the velocity or the speed of this water droplet just before hitting the ground. So we know that as this water droplet is coming towards the ground, its height is continuously decreasing. So the potential energy of this water droplet will decrease as it approaches towards the ground. But from the law of conservation of energy, we know that energy is always conserved. So whatever energy is here, the energy should remain when it strike the ground. So this 10 joule should be equal to the energy when this water droplet hits the ground. So this water droplet, when it hits the ground, due to its height becomes zero, so the potential energy will be zero. So all its potential energy should have converted into its kinetic energy. So just before hitting the ground, all its potential energy should have converted into the kinetic energy. So the kinetic energy of this water droplet just before hitting the ground would be half mv square. This will be equal to half, mass is 1 upon 1000 kilogram, into velocity square. Velocity is given as 50 meter per second. So square of 50 would be 2500. This 20 and 20 gets cancelled. So this comes out to be 25 divided by 20, or 5 by 4. This is equal to 1.25 joule. So the initial potential energy of this water droplet was 10 joule, but when it reaches the ground, the energy which this particle is still have, that is in the form of its kinetic energy, is only 1.25 joule. So where does the remaining energy gone? So we have to find out that missing energy. So first of all, we have to take the difference. So this 10 joule was this initial potential energy when the water droplet was at a height 1. If we take the difference of these two, its initial kinetic energy and initial potential energy and its final kinetic energy, this would come out to be 8.75. So this much of energy has been lost somewhere. So we have to find out where it might have gone. So in the question, we are asked to find the work done by the resistive force of air. The only loss which is mentioned in this question is the resistive loss. So resistive loss of air, resistive force of air, or the resistive loss due to air is something which is acting on this system. So we can say that this 8.75 joule would have been lost due to the air friction. So now we need to find the sign of this 8.75, because we are asked to find the work done by the resistive force. So we know that the force which is acting is upward, but the displacement is taking place in the downward direction. We know that the ball or this water droplet is moving towards the ground, but this resistive force is upward. So work done by this air friction, is given by also force by air resistance into displacement. Here we know that the direction of force and displacement, because displacement is taking place in downward direction, although the force is acting on the upward direction, because the sign of this force and displacement is opposite. So the work done by this air friction would be of negative sign. We have to take this as minus 8.75 joule. Consider a scenario. Suppose we have placed a blower here. So this blower is blowing air upward and it is preventing this water droplet, suppose this is a ball, coming towards downward, and due to its force on this ball, if this ball starts moving in upward direction, in that case the work done by this blower would be a positive one, although the work done by the gravitational force would be a negative one, because the gravitational force on this ball is acting downward, but the displacement which is taking place in this ball is upward if we have connected a blower here. So the work done, or the sign of work done by the gravitational force in that case, would be a negative one, and the work done by this air blower would be a positive one. So I hope you would have got that why I have taken the negative sign here. The negative sign simply indicate that the displacement and the force is acting in the opposite direction. So the work done by the gravitational force is positive because the direction of gravitational force is downward and the displacement of this water droplet is also downward. In this case, the work done would be positive. If the direction of force and displacement is opposite, in that case the work done would be negative. So this is the one way to find this. I hope you have got the idea why this negative sign comes here. So but if you still have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. I will definitely try to resolve that. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.